Hello, folks, and welcome back to True Crime Phenomenon. We have another video today for our boner of the week, Mr. Jeremy Dewitte. What a wonderful human being he is. Anyway, so the title of this video is Serial Impersonator Investigated by Tampa Police. Okay, another video by Real World Police. And he goes through all the normal, typical, usual lies that he likes to give about his military service, about his police service, and so on and so forth, and the fact that he's a state certified agent, and you know how Jeremy is. Anyways, let's get into it and listen to the way that he talks to these security guards and the way that he talks to these police officers and how he talks in front of them. I mean, the guy is just begging to go to jail. All right, here we go.
You better figure out real fast. Go ahead, go get a federal agent. Yeah. Go get a Homeland Security officer.
Hey.
We don't know. Have I entered your facility? Yes or no? Security officer.
You're representing me like not well, okay? Listen, you're not representing your company well right now, okay?
Security officer?
No, he's not.
You don't need to worry about who
Security.
I am. Are you clear for that?
He owns this business.
Are you clear for that?
I love it when he says that. Are you cleared for that? Are you cleared for that? Now, this is that girl Jessica in the background, which is apparently somebody who he was having an affair with. Calls her a business partner. You know, they're just stopping to get lunch, and he just cannot control himself. Now, remember the uniform. He looks just like UCFPD, University of Central Florida Police Department. Look at the badge. Look at the stripes. You know, look at the insignia. I mean, the guy is totally trying to impersonate a police officer, and they're basically responding to Homeland Security issues as well as impersonating a police officer as usual. And look at this mic. Doesn't that look just like a police officer? If I didn't know any better, I would think, okay, they're talking to a police officer. What's going on here? Can't even go to Buffalo Wild Wings without getting into trouble.
Right. Why are we asking?
Because I honestly have not heard of Metro State, so I'm gonna look it up. So yeah, I'll call him on his cell phone right now. I have his number and I will call him. So
have I done anything illegal?
It's just we're gonna try to find out who, like, what this is. We're not saying you've done. Yeah. So I want to verify that. So you know what? I'll have my sergeant come out here. CP 35. This guy's not happy. Can you have Robert 1 come out here, please?
This has never happened before.
Yeah, but we've never even heard of the.
He just told you.
That's fine.
Have brochures and cards. That's what I don't do.
That's fine. People are concerned, so that's how we're here doing our job.
These people and we're
It's not a huge deal, like, at all. Like, we're just trying to figure out what.
for an officer.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out
I don't know.
what statute are we?
He was there.
What statute?
What are we violating?
He loves statutes. Don't forget, Mr. Dewitte loves his statutes. What statute am I violating? What's going on here? Look at those wings. Look at that. Officer Dewitte. And SORT. I'll have to look up what that's supposed to mean. He's got the stripes. He's got the little medal there. He's got the badging. He's got a couple stars here. So if you didn't know any better, you'd think he was some sort of high-ranking police officer. But nope, he just does funeral services.
Well, if you're not law enforcement or certified, then we have a problem.
How's that?
Because you can't open carry and all that.
I'm not open carrying.
What is that on your hip?
Florida Statute 970.
Go ahead and read this part. You've probably heard Jeremy Dewitte reference Florida Statute 970 more times than you can count. There is no Florida Statute 970. Dewitte is trying to reference Chapter 790, Weapons and Firearms. Not statute, chapter.
Says that I can open carry less lethal device at any point.
Oh, is that not a gun?
That is correct. It's less
Okay.
legal.
Well, how am I supposed to know that? Okay, it looks like a gun. It's on your hip.
I totally understand.
That,
And I'm
so,
happy to answer your question.
okay.
I'll get you out of the road.
Well, we don't need to be like, it looks like a gun. It's kind of like if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck, right? Until we can determine that it's not a duck. So we're determining that it's not a duck right now. And my body cam is on,
Good.
so.
It's a three-prong. It's a three-prong. Have to act, advise somebody that I am, and then make that person do something under Florida statute, three-prong for it to be impersonated. So there is nothing that...
My supervisor is on his way. He will be more than happy to explain. And that's how it's going to be, okay?
And don't take it wrong. I'm not upset with it. I understand you have your job to do, but we haven't violated any statutes or laws.
Is when you ran all the stuff, is that who it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on, let me just show you this picture.
Yeah.
Let me just show you this picture real quick.
So it's
This
just
is you.
Yeah,
We know this is you.
right? Okay.
That has to do with anything.
Okay. Yeah.
What I think she just showed him there was his sex offender information. That's why they just don't bring it up at this particular moment. Says, well, what does that have to do with anything? I'm Jeremy Dewitte.
What, because you want a 2829 on a tag, it comes back with a 27? You don't think I don't know that?
Okay.
You don't think I know how the state...
Run 2829 on a tag and comes back with 27. Got my location where you 50 me.
The weird.
Guess what? Here's the funny thing. The weird thing is that you think you know what?
Yeah.
I served as a cop, and then I served for 12 years in the U.S. Army.
One, no, he did not. Two, the government has no record of his service, which means it was super duper level 3 ninja classified. These guys are great. Pretty funny stuff.
Major.
Okay.
First of
Thank you
all,
for your
I did something
service.
wrong and there was an error because my brother was killed and I went home and got drunk at a bar and a girl lied about who she was,
Right.
that doesn't change who I am.
here's the deal. You're like being super confrontational right now.
Right, let's be
Right.
We're told we pulled
Instead
up
of
a record
being-
instead of just running a tag. We pulled up.
That's what we do,
did.
though. That's what police do. We're supposed
Right,
to do.
and that's fine.
So, I mean,
We
that's
get that. I mean,
right.
investigation-
We're not judging him based on something that happened in the past. We're judging him based on how he's acting right now. Well, we're judging him, not you, but him, based on the fact that if he were a law enforcement officer or a security person, anytime I'm ever asked for any credential or cooperation, I just do it because I have nothing to hide. So you've become confrontational. So because I need to know who Metro. Well, you don't have to give it. You can walk away if you like. If you would like to leave, you are free to leave. Okay, because you're not dressed in something that looks police-ish. So.
At the end of the day, my uniform doesn't say police. It says Metro
Right.
State.
But
And for 12 years, I run my business in Orange County in Central Florida.
are you the business owner?
I am.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So that's all we're wanting to do is verify it. Okay. Came in as a suspicious situation.
Well, what we can do is,
We're
if you like,
looking
you can go
at
ahead.
it.
You have your
I wonder what kind of suspicious things that Jeremy does with his business, because having owned a small business myself, it's super complicated. The taxes, the payroll, all the different things that you have to do. And I just got tired of that and decided to go work for a federal, but a state agency. State agency. I work for a state agency, but not as a security officer or a certified state agent. But I just wonder. There's rumors that he was paying off these different people to get the funeral escorts. Giving kickbacks, which are totally illegal. So apparently he was doing some illegal things, but I'd love to look at his books just to see what they look like. So I do work in finance. It would be funny just to see what's going on there.
cell phone, since you like to use that. You can go ahead and pull up Florida license, fictitious name, pull up Metro State, I'll pop up the owner.
That's fine. And if that's the case, then
Okay, so all that he is asking them to pull up is an LLC corporation, right? Or S Corp, C Corp, whatever he's got. I mean, this idiot's probably got a DBA running everything under his own social instead of separating himself from any liability and putting it all in the corporation, where you could just do it like Chapter 11 and go bankrupt on just the corporation without having any personal liability. Can't tell you how many people I counseled out of doing that type of stuff, because it just leaves you wide open. That's why you have an S corp. That's why you have a C corp. That's why you have limited partnerships. There's these different mechanisms in place, and I can tell by the way he's saying it there that he's got a DBA. It sounds like he's doing just basically a Schedule C on his taxes, which is the most basic form of business you can form.
And that's cool. It's like not an issue to be upset about. Like,
Here's the thing.
We're used to the rodeo.
At the end of the day.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right.
But
here's the thing. Here's the question. Am I free to go?
At this point, wait till my supervisor gets here, and then I'll let him decide.
I'm being nice by standing here, and I am being nice by standing here, because by law, I have to stand. And I can walk away from you or get on my bike and ride away right now. So I'm being nice. I'm not trying to be confrontational, but you did kind of imply that I had nowhere to go until your sergeant got here. And quite honestly, I don't care if your street stripe gets here or not.
Okay. Well, all we want to do is identify and verify, because you're walking around.
Right.
I don't care if your 3 stripe gets here. Now, if you notice on his sleeve, he's got 4 stripes. So, no. I wonder, I'll have to look up what a major's uniform looks like in stripes, because I wonder if he duplicated that on all of his insignias. If he took that stolen valor and just rolled it right over to his uniform here. He's probably a brigadier general or a 2-star general with those stars here. Who knows? This guy's just kind of a narcissist, in love with himself. He's such a weirdo.
Dress like your law enforcement. I know the stuff doesn't say, but you have everything.
My uniform.
Yeah, that's awesome, and it looks legit.
It looks like an actual cop.
Yeah. So
If you like,
you know.
And you can also call Orange County.
That's how my guys go to funerals.
This is what we do. We've been doing it for a very long time.
Are you his business partner? Yes, I am.
Okay.
Gotcha. I was like, your guys, I'm so confused. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like.
So how long has this company been around? Honestly, I've never seen this
We've
before,
been
ever.
doing this for 8 years.
Okay.
And has this happened before?
Yes.
Okay.
So then, we're used to that. We're used to
Yeah.
the rodeo.
That's why I'm being nice.
But we have never.
We have to understand, like, we didn't.
Here's the thing. I know my Florida statutes very, very, very well. So,
Yeah.
you know.
So I mean, they call him, they're like, hey, is he impersonating? Whatever, sure. That's some brutal fucker.
You know, they have to worry about reports of.
I'm a person that struggled with every aspect of healthcare you can imagine my
Okay.
entire life.
Water and airports. So
This is where it gets crazy when he steps back into where he was. I assume the complaint came from. He's got multiple complaints from Homeland Security to local security to police. I mean, he's got all these complaints that kind of result in this confrontation here.
Walking down the road, I'm like, oh my god, they've already run all your information. That's what they do. They probably have more information on everyone.
I don't know. What's your 52? Okay, yeah, it's just this guy. He is saying he's the owner of some Metro State services, special services. He said he just got doing a funeral in Bushnell, I think he said, and they stopped down here and we're gonna have lunch. We got a call from U.S. Customs because they thought this person was impersonating a police officer. Dispatch got the tag off the motorcycle that he has, and it shows that he's a sex offender. So that's the problem. You can't be a sex offender and a cop, and that's what we're trying to verify right now. He said, no, we do transports for funerals all the time. You know, we just stop here and have some lunch. His girlfriend's with him right now, down here in Ybor. She's in school or whatever, but you know, we asked her the IDs to verify who they are, and he's super confrontational. He's like, I know my statutes, and he's like, I'm being nice by standing here, and you know, he's quoting all this. Yeah, we ran the D off the tag, and that's how I knew who he was coming out of the out of Buffalo Wild Wings, of course, in a uniform. He's walking around here with something that looks like a gun. He's got 2 sets of handcuffs. You know, he's got a radio. Yeah, but it says Metro State. What does the front of it say? Metro State Vehicle Protection Unit. But I mean, the bike's got lights on it. It's got, there's nothing that says police on it. But right now he's in a 41 with, you know, the U.S. husband and all that stuff. So it's just, you know, he looks.
And here it goes. He starts arguing with security from the building, just probably wondering, hey, what's going on? Everything okay? You know, how were your wings? Who knows, right? This guy.
Like one. Had I not known, I mean, I would have thought he was one of us, and I probably would even have given him 2 looks. You know, I mean, have you not gotten this call? Because there's tons of security anymore. But, you know, this is just the issue of verifying who he is, you know. And I said, well, let me show you something. I showed him his GL picture. I said, is this you? I said, this is you. We see that it's you. And then he went into the whole sex offender thing, because I did not even bring that up at all. But now he's causing a 41 with all these people down here. So, you know, that's where we're at right now. So we're going to have some more people come back too.
What's going on? I'm confused.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, I just want to give you a little heads up, but okay, sounds good. Okay. They call me like, hey, is he impersonating? Whatever, sure. Hurry the fuck up.
Nobody, you know, they have to worry about importance.
Okay, so what they did there is they just switched camera angles. You know, she said, take some footage of that. You know, telling her partner, hey, get some footage of this bike. Let's get this on record. Now you're going to see when the other one's on the phone call, he's over there like an idiot, arguing with the security officers. I said, what's your GS number? Huh? I'm GS 14.
So water and
So hot.
airport. So
Borders and such, customs. It's a lot going on right now.
right.
Yeah. But I mean, you can understand, like, we didn't just see you walking down the road and like, oh my God, you know, blah, blah, blah. They've already run all your information, apparently.
Right.
That's what they do. They probably have more information on everybody than I do.
Because every time I leave, because I see that I own a house in Egypt, so every time I leave the country and come back,
Yeah.
they keep me for good a couple hours in customs and immigration. So of course they have to.
Why do they keep you? Because of where you
Just
went?
make sure I'm not bringing guns and bombs, and because I'm actually Muslim and I own a house in Egypt. So
okay.
You know, I'm a terrorist. So.
Oh, okay.
So I wonder if he actually owns a house in Egypt or if that's just Ranya's family house or whatever. Because I mean, this idiot, I doubt he even owns a home in the United States. He just seems like the type of person that would just blow every dime that he gets on the dumbest stuff. You know, I'm sure he probably plays cop video games and stuff like that. Probably got a full-time Crisis Arcade in his garage. Who knows with this guy?
Well, I don't know anything about that, the airport aspect of it. I mean, I
Every
don't
time we come
know.
back, we have to stay in the airport for almost 2-3 hours.
So you've had this company for 8 years and this has happened before, okay.
All the time.
Well, it makes sense, okay. So, I mean, when we get the call, it comes out like 10 times more dramatic than what it
like
is.
We have a officer downtown.
Possibly, you know, and then they like put all this information out, like the information that they get, and we're like, oh my God, you know. Of course, is it going to be that situation? Probably not. So, you know, but you were upset.
Come out and ask questions also because apparently they know
You don't have to be scared. I know you're just a security officer. You can step out.
Since you called.
And watch the look on his face. He's always got this little smile, this sarcastic smile going on. I love this. You don't have to be scared. I know you're just a security officer. Motor 1.
You're a security officer. officer, you're fine.
So,
We're on federal property with this. Okay, what does that mean to me? Have I committed a crime? Security officer?
I want to know why you took a picture of the CBP sign with your bike.
What the fuck kind of federal law is that?
I want to know.
You better figure out real fast, security officer, who you are.
he wants to.
Go ahead, go get a
wants to
federal
talk.
agent now. Go get a Homeland Security officer now.
Hey, chill.
We just don't know who you are. I don't give a
gotta
fuck who
yell.
I am.
You don't have to
Have I entered your
yell.
facility? We don't know. Have I entered your facility? Yes or no? Security officer.
Dude, you're representing.
And look how condescending he is. He's such a jerk. Just totally condescending to these guys. And, I mean, the guys have a right to understand what's going on. They're in front of a federal building. I assume that's a Homeland Security office. And you got this idiot dressed up like a police officer, pretends to be a police officer. I mean, they have a right to be suspicious. Their job as security officers is to protect that building. And, I mean, this guy's clearly got some issues going on here.
Like, not well, okay? Listen, you're not representing your company well right now, okay?
Security officer?
No, he's not.
You don't need to worry about who
Security.
I am. Are you
Yeah.
cleared for that?
He owns this business.
Are you cleared for that? Sir, what's your GS level? Because I know what my military level was, my classification.
Okay, we don't need to go through all
Okay,
that.
great.
You're professional.
Are you an officer?
No, I'm not, but I work for Customs.
CP35, give me another
Federal
unit,
badge?
please.
My badge.
Somewhat,
Okay,
please.
are you a federal agent?
I'm a federal employee.
Okay, and step aside, thank you, ma'am. I'm sorry, you can step inside.
Actually, you don't need to tell her to step inside. She can stand here. Just like you can stand here, she can stand here, okay?
As soon as I enter your federal facility, then we can talk more. I am relaxed. Hopefully there's some.
Okay, what does it say there? It says U.S. Department. Yeah, must be Customs Enforcement or something.
Dude, she was on the phone with him, okay?
No rush.
But listen, you don't have to yell. You still are a business owner at the end of the day,
I
right?
hate to be disrespected and for both of them to walk over here and say, "Are you a security guard?"
Well,
you're a
whatever.
top flight security.
Who
said that?
Top flight security, you're security officers, don't worry about it.
But what I'm saying is, though, listen, I know it's angering, okay? I own a business too. People piss me off all the time, but you gotta represent that.
Right, we get that. But what is happening?
I don't know. He wants
anything.
that. I don't know because I'm not a part of the picture.
What the fuck? I don't know. I can take a picture of you now and Google you. You'll probably come up as a fucking criminal also. Like,
It's okay. Let's let the sergeant. There we go. How's it going? Hey, good. How you doing?
That's not, I don't know who that is. I don't know.
How you doing?
Yeah, that's not my boss.
Good.
Okay, good old Jeremy. Hey, how's it going, buddy?
I'm the chief over there. Okay. I don't know, your security officers are very confused about their job and their jurisdiction, which is this line here. Yeah. And so they called the Tampa Police Department, made a huge issue because my motorcycle's here. Tampa PD's here, trying to figure out what's going on, causing a huge issue because they forgot that this jurisdiction.
Okay, marking Border Patrol. Okay, so that's what happened here. So it's in the Border Patrol.
Line right here, this tile line is their line. So from here, point is Tampa PD. So not an issue. Right. Thank you so much, Major. I really truly appreciate it. I apologize for that. Apologize for everything going on.
Yeah, our supervisor's coming still, but yeah, he wanted to talk to our supervisor. I don't know how you got called, but
I'll take care of it. Thank you.
yeah, no problem. Thank you. Yeah, you're fine. Oh, you're good.
Good talk.
he's still running the tag or talking for no reason. No, I hate people like that. Like, fuck you.
Literally, we drive around, I kid you not, especially now that we have these body cams, people take pictures of me, all the time. I smile, like I'm not.
See, this is what happens when Jeremy Dewitte meets another person that's even kind of remotely like him, right? Because that's something Jeremy Dewitte would do if he worked at Border Patrol. Oh my goodness, as a security officer, what he'd be in a Jeep hunting down illegal immigrants. You know he would. You know, his jurisdiction wouldn't end at that parking spot. He would go all the way. You know, he's just one of those people.
Not even joking. It's not. It's just. It is what it is. It's part of the job. So.
I had one guy on call. These are just employees. I don't understand.
Dude, there's a show now, but there's a show. Everybody wants to see it. Like, this, but it's a show now.
Do your fucking job instead of saying I was wrong.
Once the sergeant shows up, we'll clear that up so we can go back in. Thank you, Major. Sorry about the inconvenience.
He's pretty much like, what the hell just happened out here? Like, what was this about? He's like, I was eating my lunch. And
I got interrupted watching Judge Judy.
oh my God.
It's interesting that it turned into Sacramento.
Dude, it got up there because you got pissed. That's what happened. Was I can tell you if like you were, it would have been a lot better. But
See, here's the thing.
but I can't work with this, you
So
know.
many years dealing with the same thing.
Okay.
We know the statute.
But listen, I get pissed all the time too. I can't act that type of way. I can't, you know.
That's the great thing, because I used to wear that, and then I joined the Army, and then this is where I am now because a girl lied to me, and the state felt that they would drop her. Because guess what? The funny thing is they arrested her for giving a fake ID to a police officer, but they dropped her charges so they could.
Hey!
So
I like you. Like,
Now remember, he was never a police officer. He was in a basic feeding program, you know, explorers. He was never a police officer, never wore the uniform. Well, I mean, he tried to wear the uniform and tried to arrest some people apparently, but yeah, never a police officer, never in the military, and if he was, he's super secret CIA ninja to the third power.
I'm too old for any BS at this point. I'm tired. It's hot. It's summer. Let's just cut to the chase of everything, you know. Like, I'm not judging you on your past, but yes, we want to figure out what's going on.
we understand that.
So,
How are you?
good. How are you?
Good.
How you doing?
so this is our boss. So what had happened was, we get a call from Customs saying that this gentleman is dressed like an officer, and he's not an officer. They had concerns that he was impersonating an officer, maybe us or whatever, or made something up, we don't know. These people here own this company, which is Metro State. I guess it's a legitimate company per Google. I don't know.
Her son did.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It's okay, yeah.
So anyways, and then you are a hothead for sure.
Yeah.
Because he got pissed with them over here and was, you know.
Jurisdiction right here. This is their jurisdiction. Right here is TPD.
They got pissed because he parked there and took a picture.
We were trying to make sure, like,
That he wasn't impersonating a cop.
Okay, we already
You guys are
found
going to go
that
Buffalo
out.
Wild Wings and look for him.
I said we already found that out.
Yeah, they told us you were over there. That's how we knew you were there. I mean, we didn't just.
I forgot we met you at the door.
Okay.
then we were waiting on the supervisor, and then
Oh. Hello. Okay. I'm not sure. I just know when I ran the tag and then I ran his, like they attached the 28 and 29 to the thing, it showed that he was a sex offender. So, and he said it, he's like, I'm, you know, based on my past or whatever, I'm thinking a cop can't be a sex offender. That's how we're all this stuff. But, right.
and then any complaints that you
It looks like one, but no, it's not. It has like something, some kind of, almost like the stem guns that we use. But I don't know, projectile. Right. We were just trying to verify, you know, all this stuff before we let him go, and then the U.S. Customs people came out here, the Department of Homeland Security people came out here, and it was this big 41. Yeah. So. No, we're here. Corporal just pulled up and he's talking to him, so that's where we're. Okay. Okay, perfect. All right, thank you. Sergeant's on 7, she said. Yeah. It's hot.
and then these people came out. So I think you wanted to talk to our sergeant or something, right?
Well, as long as we're free to go, we're good to go.
Okay.
So you said wait here. You said
No,
wait
he
here
said-
until my sergeant.
Yeah, he said he wanted to talk, and I said, well, if you want to wait. And then, oh, is he here? No, that's not him either. He drives a white Crown Vic. So yeah, I mean, if you have any complaints, so that's who you would make it to about us. And then any complaints that you have on them, I don't know.
They do anything to you? Did they
No,
cut their camera off?
no.
Okay, no.
Yeah, but we identified, I guess dispatch said that this is a company.
It's a legit company. They were just
Oh, I hope so. I mean, you got switched out light.
Yeah. All of our vehicles are that way.
In fact, your one-star bald-headed chief talked to me not too long ago.
I don't even know who that. Which one is that?
Brian? I don't know if I would call Brian a one-star ball-headed chief.
Wow.
So we've had a few nice talks.
Okay.
But yeah.
So we're all good then, right?
Yes.
We are.
Man, you got more cool shit than I do.
I know. Maybe we ought to retire and come work for this company. Like.
Okay, so we're almost about wrapped up here. I'm gonna let the last little bit play, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
Well, she's in the process of getting her mailbox
So
license.
I'm on break.
So you track down the guys that jump on?
That too. We do high risk
No, it's my last
funerals.
weekend.
Wow.
We've escorted Marco Rubio. We actually escorted Trump before he became an elect. Once he became elected, he was
Right.
except in Florida, Orlando, Orange County, OBD cannot do escorts anymore. So we do it.
He's constantly inflating what he does. High risk funerals, right? He just does funerals. He just does funeral processions. That's it. Nothing crazy.
I have 20 BMW motors.
Wow. So it's your company? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool.
That's expensive.
Yeah, I got 20 of them, and we have about 12 cars. From Chargers to Crown Vics, Tahoe.
Did you guys already leave?
Yeah, we already.
Yeah, they're leaving, I guess. So she said that this is her last acid class. So I was gonna say, okay, well now this because you guys are here, but
No, we were. The only reason why was because we did a military funeral from downtown Orlando. We brought he was a major in the army. He passed away. And we took him to Bushnell, and she was here for school on lunch. And I was like, well, it's only a 30-minute ride, so I came here from Bushnell.
And she started blackmailing me for money. When I stopped paying her, she all of a sudden went to the sheriff's office and started making false complaints. Do me a favor, while you're doing an investigation, look her up, because she keeps calling DCF every other month saying that I'm sleeping with Jessica's children.
Jessica is,
My ex-associate.
yes, okay, the girl you were with in Tampa?
Yes. Correct.
Okay.
and all this, all this, okay.
Like I told before, I said, half the driving on the street, I would not interview them twice.
I would have assumed. I would have assumed. Yeah.
We get calls and we have to investigate or
It's okay.
Yeah.
figure out what the deal is, and information is provided, and that's how we got.
And in the past stuff.
This poor girl had no idea what or who she was getting involved with. This guy is just a nut.
We don't really even make determinations about,
It wasn't that, it was the way I pulled you up.
we're trying to ID who you are,
We get that.
Yeah, we're done.
so. And don't get so mad. God.
We hate when people try to top flight security, try to overstep their boundaries. Like, we know our statute.
If we overstepped our boundaries, we'd be 10-15 for impersonating.
Right.
So, but because he's a federal employee, which although he's a security officer, he's a federal security officer.
Okay, so top flight security, that comes from Friday after next. So you keep using that. They keep using that word, top flight security. It's basically making fun of security, right? Because Day in the movie takes his security job super seriously, and he's got a whistle, no flashlights, no gloves, no nothing. They're top flight security, so.
Jurisdiction ends here. It's like my
So
rules.
what happens, I'm not even joking right now, what happens if you're walking down the street and like somebody comes running up to you, there's an emergency or whatever?
Well, we would help.
Do you guys,
You better believe I would.
We would help. That's still,
All day.
you have to.
Yeah.
I didn't
Human
serve-
nature.
I didn't serve 14 years in Iraq and Afghanistan. Or something like that. That's why my business exists the way it does. So,
What department did you work at? You said you were
I was
police?
an Oviedo police officer.
Oh, Orlando. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Then I did the Army. I was young and dumb, and I wanted action, so I joined the Army, was a Ranger, and then I went SF, and then my parachute didn't work right, my back got hurt, my brother got killed, and I drank, and life changed.
It could happen to any one of us, though, honestly. That story could be any one of us.
So if you go through that story, there's kind of different layers to it, right? So, he says his life changed, after, he went into the military, spent 12 years in the military, did all these tours and so on and so forth. Well, a sexual offense was in 1998. Okay. Jeremy was like 18 years old, 19 years old when this happened. He was a young man. So the way he puts it is it happened after he got back from his tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. He started drinking because his brother died and so on and so forth, and, made a mistake, and now he's being judged by that mistake. And here we are, 12 years later, and that's just, nonsense and so on and so forth. Okay. Couldn't be further from the truth. It was 20 years ago when he was, 19 years old, 18 years old. So I don't know, man. He's just, he's too much.
At the end of the day. So,
Very nice to meet you both for your time. Sorry about you.
Good luck. This is what I do.
Call us if you guys ever need your family member. Sorry to say. Oh my God. That's starting all day.
all right, y'all. Bye. Sorry about.
Again, I'm
yeah,
sorry. I'm sad that I was so abrupt. I was just.
Yeah, be nice.
Very
Come on.
firm.
We don't want to be out here in the heat. It's like we were typing reports, and this came in like it was like the end of the world. We're like, what? What the heck? So, but now it's straightened out. So y'all have a good day. Good luck with your company and all that.
Thank you.
Be careful too.
I will.
Be careful. Like
I
there's some
plan on
crazy.
getting more defense classes and everything. So.
Yeah. Just sometimes it's not always worth it, right? Remember that.
Yeah, that's
so. Like you're first, okay? Don't let the money,
Right. Yeah, Mike. Thank you first.
Yes. Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. See ya.
Okay, so that's going to wrap it up there. Mr. Dewitte, he's always fun. Next episode is going to be probably the psychological analysis from Dr. Grande. Does really good work. Check out his channel. Like, share, subscribe there as well. If you could please do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know what you think about Jeremy Dewitte. Really helps to grow the channel. Channel's only a couple weeks old, and it's starting to actually pick up some steam, and it's fun to watch. So, I appreciate any interaction with anybody that watches my videos. Try to comment or I read every comment. So anything that comes across, I got some really good videos on Scott Peterson, on Luca Magnotta. I got a couple different series going right now, and I'm eventually going to move into Barry Morphew and a couple others, right? So I've got a lot of good stuff coming. Like I said, please like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Really appreciate your support. Have a great day.